Well, hello and welcome to the Pastor Studies. When I was young, behind the house that I lived was thousands of acres of woodland. And in the midst of all those woodlands were trails that you could walk on and know pretty well where you would wind up. But the danger came when you got off those trails. If you would lose your way, lose your bearing, you could be anywhere in that 1,000 acres, and you could wind up 20, 30 miles outside of where you wanted to be. Sometimes when we would randomly hike through the woods, we would do that. We would get off the trails because we wanted to see other things and find other ways, and especially when we were looking to see where the deer might be in the forest. But we always had to go and get back to some point where we knew where the trail was. Walk in a certain direction so that we could get back on the trail and then follow our way and get back home. Solomon tells us that staying on the right path is critical, because the one who wanders away, he wanders away from understanding, will wind up in a place where there's nothing but deadness. When we wander away from God's truth, we don't wind up where God is. We wind up in a place of wickedness and trouble and heartache. That's not what we want to do. We want to stay on the God-given path. Don't wander away. He says, wickedness is a ransom for the righteous, but the treacherous is a place for the the treacherous is in the place of the upright. You get off that path, you wind up in things, you get off the path, and the next thing you know, you're walking through brush that you didn't know was there because you got off the path. You got off where everything else goes. Other people have walked that way. You get off that way, and guess what? You find some horrible conditions. Stay on the path. He says, stay true to God's word. He said it's better to be on the path than to be where evil is. So think about it. Think about the path of your life. And where are you headed? Are you on the path that God has laid out in His Word? Are you randomly wandering through life? Consider that. Till next time, goodbye, and may God bless.